All right, today we're talking about age, but probably not the age you're thinking of. I'm not talking about the number of candles on your birthday cake. That number just tells you how long you've lived. We're going to talk about a totally different number, one that tells you how well you've lived. And here's the best part. It's a number you can actually change. So let me ask you this. Are you older than you think? It's a bit of a strange question, right? We all know our calendar age. It clicks up by one every single year, like clockwork. But does that number really match how you feel or how you function? What if I told you your body has its own internal clock and it might be ticking at a completely different speed? And that brings us to these two key ideas. Over on the left, you've got your chronological age. Simple. It's just your years on the calendar. But on the right, that's your biological age. And honestly, this is the one that really matters. It's a measure of how your body is actually holding up. It's not about how long you've been around, it's about how well you've lived. Personal trainer Sean Learwell just nails it with this quote. I mean, we've all seen this, haven't we? You go to a school reunion and some people look like they haven't aged a single day since graduation. And others, well, let's just say they look like they've lived a very full life. It's the perfect example of how our choices visibly change the way we age. So how does this actually work? Let's peel back the curtain and get into the science of what your biological age is really measuring. Because this isn't just some vague feeling. It's based on cold, hard, tangible data about your body. So here it is, plain and simple. Biological age is basically a snapshot of your health based on these things called biomarkers. You can almost think of it like a report card for your body. It takes a look at how you're doing compared to the average person your age, and it reflects the grand total of your life choices. What you eat, how you move, your stress levels, and yeah, your genetics play a part too. And it's not just measuring one single thing. Scientists are looking at a whole dashboard of markers. We're talking about things like chronic inflammation, which is kind of like a low-grade fire constantly smoldering inside your body and speeding up aging. They also look at the health of your DNA, your lung capacity, your heart health, even your bone density. It is a full-body audit of your vitality. Now, that point about DNA health is absolutely fascinating. Let's talk about something called telomeres. This is such a great way to think about it. You know the little plastic tips on your shoelaces that stop them from fraying? Well, telomeres do the exact same thing for your chromosomes. They protect your DNA. But every time your cells divide, they get a tiny bit shorter, leaving your DNA more vulnerable. So the takeaway here is huge. Protecting your telomeres is literally protecting your youth at a cellular level. Okay, enough about the problem, because here comes the most exciting part. You can actually do something about this. This is not your destiny. So let's jump into the action plan for literally rewinding your internal clock. And look, this isn't just wishful thinking. It's backed by experts. As Professor Jamie Waterall points out, you can fundamentally lower your health risks by making key lifestyle changes. So let's break down exactly what those powerful changes are. First up, let's talk about moving your body. The right kind of exercise doesn't just make you feel good or look better. It sends powerful anti-aging signals through your entire system, right down to your cells. Here's a super simple, powerful ratio to remember. For every one cardio session you do, you should aim for 2 to 3 sessions with weights. Now, why so much focus on strength? Because resistance training is one of our best weapons against the muscle loss and physical decline that can come with aging. Now, just look at the staggering difference here. If you're sitting for 10 or more hours a day, that could add a whopping 8 years to your biological age. But the flip side is just incredible. Just 40 minutes of moderate exercise 5 times a week could slash 9 years off. Think about that for a second. That is a 17-year swing based on one simple daily choice. It's wild. So, what's the perfect anti-aging workout cocktail? Well, it's a mix. You want those big compound lifts to boost your hormones. You need some high-intensity interval training, HIIT, which has been shown to boost your cell's power generators by up to 69%. You need endurance work for your heart and immune system. And of course, you need flexibility to stay mobile and supple. It's the blend that gives you the magic. Okay, next up, fuel. You know the saying, you can't outtrain a bad diet, and it is so true. The food you put in your body has a direct line to inflammation and cellular health, two of the biggest pillars of your biological age. Think of this as your anti-aging grocery list. The main theme, fight inflammation. Omega-3s from things like oily fish and nuts are incredible for this. And check out the Mediterranean diet. Studies show that following it can lead to a 25% reduction in mortality from all causes. I mean, that is massive. And don't forget about powerful spices like turmeric and ginger, gut-friendly foods to boost your immunity, and of course, antioxidant-rich berries to fight off cell damage. And finally, let's look beyond the gym and the kitchen. Some of the most powerful levers you can pull have to do with your daily habits, how you sleep, how you learn, and how you handle stress. These play a huge role in how quickly you age. So here are 3 game-changing habits to master. First, sleep. It's not optional. Getting less than 5 hours a night can tack on more than 5 years to your heart's age alone. Second, keep your brain plastic and young by always learning something new. And third, you have got to manage your stress. Remember those telomeres we talked about? Chronic stress chews them up. Simple habits like journaling can literally protect your DNA. So, after all the science, all the tips, all the data, we land on the single most important message of all. And it's a message of pure empowerment. This is it. This is the big takeaway. Your biological age is not set in stone. Through training and nutrition and your lifestyle choices, you have the power to slow down, to stop, and yes, even reverse your body's internal clock. You are in the driver's seat. And that brings us right here to the final, most important question. Because knowledge is one thing, but action is everything. Looking at all of this, what's one small change you can make starting today to lower your biological age? Will it be adding a 10-minute walk? Eating a handful of berries? Maybe just getting to bed an hour earlier? The clock is ticking, but now you know exactly how to wind it back.